All right, let's look at the homework 12.3, problem number 5. So we want to find the acute angle between these given two lines. All right, so let's do that. All right, so let's look at the first line. Let's see, I'm going to rewrite this first line a little bit. So I'm going to say subtract 9x. So we have a negative y is equal to negative 9x plus 4. All right, then I'm going to just multiply through by negative 1. So we get y is equal to 9x minus 4. All right, and we are interested in this slope here. Right, slope is 9, which means that a rise would be 9 and the run would be 1. So we can set up a sort of a direction vector for this line. So direction vector v would be 1, 9. All right, and I'll do the same thing with the other line. So I'm going to say subtract 6x from the second line. So you have a y is equal to negative 6x plus 9. All right, so again, we are interested in the slope here. So it's a negative 6 is the slope. So you can think of direction vector to be w is equal to, I always usually take the run to be 1, so it's just easier. If you have convenient other convenient number, you can use that too. But this is going to be negative 6. Right? So we have that. And then let's try to find the angle here, angle between them. So here, so we have angle theta, remember, can be found by doing this, right? So you have a cosine, inverse cosine or arc cosine of, right? So you have two vectors, so we can just do v dot w and divided by the magnitude of vector v and also the magnitude of the vector w. Right, so this is going to be equal to, so still cosine. All right, so let's take the dot product. So you have 1 times 1 and then negative 6 times 9. So it's going to be 1 plus negative 54. So negative 53. All right. All right, so then magnitude of v would be square root of, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and compute it. So it's a 1 squared is 1 and 9 squared is 81, so it's going to be 82. Right, then square root of, all right, so you have so the magnitude, so 1 squared is 1 and 6 squared would be 36, so it's going to be 37. Right, so we have that, and we want the nearest degree, right? All right, so let's go ahead and blindly compute this guy. So I'm going to just pull out the calculator. So here, all right, so we want the arc cosine. So you have arc cosine there, and then you have a negative 53 divided by, all right, I have to be careful, so we're going to have to, maybe I'll put the parentheses there. So it's going to be a square root of, let's see, where's the square root here? Square root of 82. All right, and then we're going to multiply by square root of 37. All right, and then close parentheses and another parentheses for the arc cosine. All right, so let's find that value there. All right, it came out to be 164 degrees. So this came out to be about 164 degrees, right? But remember that I kind of blindly compute this angle since we're looking for the acute angle. All right, so we have to subtract 164 from 180. So it's going to be 180 minus 164. So that will be 16 degrees. All right, so let's type it in. Let's see here. All right, so it came out to be 16 degrees. So maybe I'll just do this, 16 degrees. All right, so let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.